everybody, and welcome back to Philia. Last time our heroes finished their second day of the Great Games with the main boxing event being an exciting tournament of strength. Kicking off the bracket was a brutal bout between Atalanta and the mysterious Vulture of the Cerulean Gulf, leading to Atalanta knocking out her opponent in a razor's edge battle. As the brawls continued, Sai, the graceful monk from Aresia, climbed the ranks, besting both Jury and Persephone, leading to him to the finals. And after a hesitant Nefel couldn't find it in himself to go all out with his dear friend Atalanta, she beat him, going to face off against Sai for the mithril. A battle of brawn versus swiftness ensued, with Sai sweeping around Atalanta's blows and targeting her soft tissue spots precisely. But he couldn't stand up against her Amazonian field training and succumbed to her power. Finally, this victory, plus Persephone besting Nefel for the bronze, brought an end to the second day. In the changing rooms after the event, the gang reconvened and talk of celebrations, and after a chance encounter with the fanatically loved bard Falana, Nefel got the skinny and the scoop on a big party happening on the eccentric Oread Pancras's pleasure yacht, the Sunflower. Inviting Pythor along, the gang have enough confidence and clout to easily climb aboard and begin making their presence known. Callie immediately wows the spectators of the gangplank into a jaw-dropping performance, leading to Pancras rethinking Falana's appearance. As we pan around the party, we find Jury head to the first deck bar, where he finds Leyland and his bros doing keg stands. Leyland challenges Jury, who immediately fails because the keg was full of lukewarm beer.
It was Dutch.
Moving over to a quieter corner, Opa and Pythor had an honest chat about the state of affairs. Pythor waxing philosophic about the melancholy of a god of battle in a time of peace. In the end, he admits that he has decided to leave his daughter Enora to be the Queen of Astoria, and has asked Opa if he can accompany Gladiasaster on the travels. And while speaking only for herself, but confident in her companion's responses, she accepts his offer. In this moment of intimacy, it is also revealed Opa has the entire time, unbeknownst to her companions, been the elusive, the mysterious, the shockingly surprising, the surprisingly terrible at the games Vulture of the Cerulean Gulf.
Still wanted to recruit her. We knew she was good.
Truly, on mic, I rolled so bad, and Opa's stats are so good.
Opa is our tank. So
Opa is tank wizard, and I got stink on her. You're
She's
fine.
our tank and our lover and our wizard undercover.
So, as we pan around, this party is starting to get livelier and livelier. Opa and Pythor are in a nice secluded corner of the jazz room, as it were. Jury is currently snorting excess beer suds out of his snout, and Callie is performing in the main deck. Where do we see the rest of the adventuring party aboard this super yacht? Juno.
Well, Juno's like really wet.
Juno had jumped in the pool, of course.
Yes, they did.
They did a flip.
They did a flip.
Did a flip.
Yeah, from the diving board. Suffice it to say, they're pretty tanked, so they're looking for some more booze, and they notice that their pal and paladin Jury is snorting out some beer suds. So that is cause for Jury to think, yeah, okay, so Jury knows where the alcohol is at, so they're gonna see what's up with that.
And you see, the thing is, if you have a white wine, what you have to do is you have to cut it with cold water. And then if you have a red wine, you have to cut it with you have to dilute it with warm water. You know, you see, the thing is, and you have to hold it from like Juno, it's a wonderful beer. So here, you hold the glass, you see, you have to hold it from the stem.
Can you clarify, have you been explaining this to Bulbug?
Yes. And last we left off, he was like, you seem like a guy who wants wine. And I was like, yes. And you know, the thing about wine is yes, and you have to hold it by the stem in order to prevent your hands from warming the actual wine too quickly. Yeah, you see.
You got any?
You said there was people working this party?
There's a few kind of staff and that knocking around.
Yeah, perfect. So we'll take 3 gin glasses because they're much larger, and we'll fill those with wine.
Perfect, because gin is absolute piss. I'm sorry.
I don't. Listen, Judah, I kind of embarrassed myself a little bit earlier. I know it's hard to believe.
It was a terrible embarrassment. He fell over.
Oh.
Hey, what the fuck?
I just called it like I see it.
Jesus Christ.
And he saw it. And
I saw it and I called him.
Yeah. Well, as
He will
I
literally
can't argue
piss
with
anyway.
that.
Listen,
He is like he took the leftovers of that keg and it's like sipping from the siphon just.
okay, you know what? No, and I push all the wine glasses over. No, we're gonna do something else then. How about 3 of us get Leland and 2 of his homies, and we drink something that's actually worth drinking, like Sambuca. We'll do shots. We'll do a shot contest, and then we'll see that motherfucker try and keep his pride.
I'm all for this. Yes.
Oh, we could do something classier. We could do something like Jaeger. What do you think?
Or both.
What is?
I'm here to get fucked, basically.
Yeah, you know what? We'll do half and half. We'll do a lady shot of Jaeger and a lady shot of Sambuca together. It'll be very sticky and very dark altogether, but it'll be fine.
I'm looking sticky. It's cool.
A bit like me.
Gross.
Why is he sticky?
He is oiled and glittered.
It was Nafel's
If you
fault.
recall.
Sticky and dark.
The oil's kind of
Hairy.
slightly
I'm
wearing
hairy.
off of me now because I think I was in the water.
Oh, oil repels water.
Oil,
You're
yeah,
fine.
oil and water. There's one thing I know
Sorry,
about oil.
You're barely even wet. You're just greased up.
Okay, well, maybe I shouldn't hold any good glasses.
Fuck it, it's not our boat. Who do I give a shit anyway?
You're
In
so
times
right.
of trouble, Judah, if I find I am too oiled up to hold a glass, he pulls out some like boxing tape.
Oh yeah.
Give me your hand. And he just tapes a pint glass to your hand. Just,
This is genius.
these are the things you learn in the Stygian row.
And now I have learned. Thank you, Bulbul.
You are
This
very
is
welcome.
like, you know what? I'm gonna invent a game. You tape these.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Right, you're right.
No, you can go, but I'm not taping shit to me.
Oh no! I was gonna do it to you unless
Okay.
you wanted me to.
No.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these 2 big fucking tankards of beer, right? And you have to have them both taped to both your hands or multiple hands, whatever. I'm not discriminating. So you take them to your hands, yeah. And if you get you're gonna be asked like questions, and if you get a question wrong, you have to drink the beer.
Oh, you want me to take the other hand? I can do that.
Like not now because I want to get wasted like other shit. But
You could just hold
you know,
the glass.
this is
That's
something
an
we can
also
workshop.
option.
You know, because like you're like, you know, maybe this is something you can do with your oxen as well. I'm not saying that
I'm
they
not
have
going to
drink.
drug the
No.
oxen.
I'm
And
just
I'm not
saying
talking
like
business
I'm
right
just saying
now.
to
Are you
like
talking about
expand.
taping
I'm just
the
saying
oxen
to like
together?
No. I'm just saying to like expand on your business ventures. We can talk about it later. This is fun time now.
Yeah.
So you were saying about
Hang on a second.
alcohol.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Let's go here.
I wanted to really get into like some conversation, but like,
Yeah.
no. Now I'm a little uncertain. What if you said, because I can't show my face right there. Right now. It's a whole thing. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I don't want to talk about it. But what if you sidle up to Leyland and you give him shit? Because if I recall that large python interaction correctly, you can talk smack pretty good. So why don't you challenge him to a Sambuca Jaeger drink
I will
contest?
do it in your honor.
Well, no, I'll do it with you. I just don't want to do the talking right now. I'm just really going through a few things. You know how it is.
Yeah, sure. Totally.
So as you look across the room, you find I think I described them last week as wearing the Greek equivalent of basketball
Yeah,
shorts.
basketball
no,
shorts.
I remember.
Also remembered in between the weeks that I had established in canon that Ray-Bans exists.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They are in a dark first deck tavern. They are all wearing sunglasses.
Wait, didn't we invent sunglasses, I thought?
No. Ray-Ban, who
Ray-Ban-
washed up ashore, invented sunglasses, brought them to Astoria. You bought a pair for me after our fight.
Yeah, that was
It was very meaningful. These sunglasses really mean a lot to me.
So you find just Leyland just holding one of his boys up on a keg.
Leyland!
What?
Come here, you asshole.
Fuck you, buddy.
No,
Atlantis
fuck you.
has seen this and
No,
has
fuck
sidled
you.
dog.
Fuck you.
You
How
wanna do a
about-
kickstand?
What?
You wanna do a kickstand?
Later.
Okay.
Right now, it's business. But, like, business for, like, pleasure.
Business like a Thai business?
No.
No, why don't you shut up and let them speak? How about that?
Yeah.
You consider that?
So,
Fucking...
I was
Fucking
thinking...
provincials. No, tell it, Juno. I'm so sorry.
No, it's totally fine. I was thinking we could do like. Is this going to be a contest?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think that far ahead. What if we do shots instead of a keg stand?
Yes.
Yeah, buddy! They literally, like, the guy's holding the guy in the keg, just drop him, he's like, shots!
Oh,
Just,
ouch.
like, that's the guy collapses off the keg, hits head outside, just, like, holds one arm and, like, just shots!
Should we lay out hands him? No, he's probably fine.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's probably fine.
No.
No,
He's
Chud,
very
no,
busy.
Chud's probably fine.
If you die, he dies.
Who's that? Who was
Oh,
that?
no, someone else. Happy show. No,
Okay, so we're gonna pour
Fair
some-
enough, me.
Yeah. So we
Very
want
negatively.
lady shot of Sambuca mixed with lady shot of Jaeger together. It's like, think if you're making a baby Guinness but with Sambuca and Jaeger.
Are you asking Leyland or, like, a server?
Oh,
Oh,
some
yeah.
server. I'm not
Server.
trusting.
Yeah, no, there's a guy in, like a tux, just like, uh-huh.
Wait, are you
Yeah,
making Guinness and a canon thing as well?
Yeah.
Baby Guinness?
Where that would
Eric is
insinuate
here
that regular
canonizing
Guinness
every
is canon.
drink brand that he can.
Yeah.
Like, Guinness is not the first and it won't be the last.
Guinness
Car-
is good for you.
The Bacardi family owns a sizable estate outside of Mitras.
Madame Guinness did wash up on shore as well.
I bet
Not
maybe
down,
I'll-
Guinness.
The Eric Coker puffins.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
To see if Guinness exists.
That's a nat 20 and a 19.
Oh my
So,
god.
No.
22. Party boys here.
You see, like, it
What the
looks,
fuck about this isn't clicking?
it looks like she's kind of not reading. She's like, One sec. And she comes back with just like with like 9 of these elaborately fucking cocktailed shots.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a good pour on these. It's a good head, which is difficult to do with a shot.
So there's like, 3v3?
Yeah.
Alright, Chad, come on! Chad's on the ground.
Chad is short for Chad.
Chatty is some
Our day tripling chattiest.
No, there is no
Bros.
distinguishable different. There is no distinguishing features connecting them.
They're
They
all
look
now
all
the same when you think about it.
Is the Thillian version of basketball shorts just like very long diaper, like white diapers?
They're like Victorian pantaloons, but with the ends cut off.
Yeah.
Perfect for sports, you see.
So much knees.
So what contest are you actually suggesting here?
Who can like bottom all?
Yeah, who could drink the most, the fastest? I
Yes,
guess.
yes, yes, that's it.
Okay.
We're gonna fucking die. We're gonna fucking die.
They're gonna die.
Okay.
Oh my
We're
God,
gonna
Junior's so right.
Yeah.
I believe in us.
Damn right, I'm right.
I haven't touched any cat tonight, so my tolerance is pretty good.
Okay. All of you roll.
Really good constitution.
The two of you give me Constitution checks. We go DC 10. Somebody here want to roll for Bullbug?
Oh yeah.
I'll roll for Bobo.
I
Take
will.
roll for Bullbug. Hang on. a
Wait,
sec.
so they roll
Dibs on it.
not.
It's gonna be terrible.
Okay, so let's roll for the chuds.
Gotta get my
Yeah, I'm
bad
gonna
rolls
go.
out of the way.
Dave,
I wanna roll
Bullbug's
for
a
the
plus
children.
5 Constitution.
Pardon me, what are we rolling?
That is there, she's just like
Oh, D20. Okay.
Stab
Constitution.
the back.
We're just gonna run these until a whole team fails.
Okay,
Smash
Constitution
it,
stack.
they drink
So we're gonna start DC 10.
together.
No, it's a D20, but you have to get minimum 10.
Oh right.
We
okay,
roll d20, yeah?
Minimum 10.
I believe in you.
16. Constitution plus 1, so it's 17.
You got that one, babe.
5.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I told you. Bulbug, you got every time.
Bullbug, there is so much different booze and sugar in this shop. Where like all three, like the 3 bros, like the 2 Ched,
He's from the
Chen-
senior
Chen-
Chattiest and chattiest.
Chad,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ched and Chad. I'm trying to remember what vowels I used here. Ched and Chad kind of size up, and they're backing up their bros like, yeah, what, yeah, Your boy.
I hate them.
Okay, he's from the stage row. I don't think he's ever had
Wait,
shot.
has Bulbul passed out?
Clearly.
Bubug, like, so you all kind of line these shots up. And thump back. First thing Bubug does is just straight vomit on the three of them.
On the tree.
That's I still consider that a win.
Chadius,
Yeah.
And Leyland.
Atalanta
Yes.
is grinning so hard
Like,
at
it's
this.
like, it was, again, there was like, what, 4 different types of booze in this. It was a shot. It looks like the entire contents of his stomach.
Oh, I'm not good for cows.
No, we're fine. Honestly, I've been drinking nonstop, but I've been fine.
Yeah, no, it goes right to your head and is like bubbling.
Atalanta's gonna step up and like rub Jury's back.
What's going on anyway?
You got this. You got this.
Oh my god, it's so good to see you.
It's so good to
It's so
see
good to see you.
you.
Do you want to get a cheese toastie?
Yes, sure.
So after being
Wait,
vomited
after
on,
this-
you see the three of them like, oh, bro, God, this stinks. Chad passes the fuck out.
Oh,
Just
okay.
bang,
Covered in vomit too.
covered in vomit.
Mm.
And Shed is looking kind of in the same thing as you, where he's like, oh, fuck it. Oh, man.
Atalanta's gonna like just like lean into his ear and just be like, "Saggy ballsack."
He runs. Aside from terrifying back, a lot of reasons, right? Ched out of there. Chad on the ground. Leyland, covered in vomit, looks dead looking at you. He's like, I'm feeling fine, bro.
Me too.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
feeling great. I'm feeling like 17 coins, which is a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Everyone else
It's not that many.
did so badly.
Juno, you got this. Juno, you got this.
Oh,
I think
Juno,
I've-
you gonna take this from him?
I'm not
Juno's not gonna take this from you.
You see Bulbug's like wipes his mouth. Like, I would not recommend drinking any more of that.
Okay, we'll have a rosé after. No, real cheese, then a rosé.
Oh, grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Leyland pulls up another shot.
Oh, we're doing this again. Okay.
DC's now 12.
Not 20, babe.
Yes. Judas.
Did you hear that? Not 20! This is for all of you.
What does that mean?
Sorry, universe is tally ho.
He takes it. I'm like, there was a lot of different things going on that to begin with that you all experienced. This one, you see just every hair on his body just jump on a ripple down. As it just like, kind of just, like, you see his legs just kind of wobble as he just kind of like, fucking falls to his knees like, what the fuck's happening, bro? What happened, bro? What'd you do to my legs?
You're being a pussy. That's what's happening.
Paralyzed Leyland.
Can we retcon like Atalanta's been putting drugs in his drink the whole
I'm
night?
imagining it like he just like falls down. There's a knife in his back. And Atalanta's looking like.
She had like a sticker sheet full of tabs of acid. Was I had one for you?
Yeah, she rated
She
Jeremy's
looks at her hand and
ketamine.
all over her hand like, oh no.
And that's why you haven't had ketamine.
You are feeling fine.
I'm feeling great.
Like, you are buzzed. You are good. You are clean. You got this.
I was
Actually,
more
please.
hydrated when
So
you came in.
bad. In a good way.
Yeah, you don't fucking get his ass.
Yeah, I'm fucking getting his ass.
You see two more of you see two more of his bros that you can only intuit are named Chid and Chad. Just come up and like, no, buddy, let's get you out of here. This boat ain't good. Buddy, you got seasickness last time you were out here. Let's get you out of here. And you see Leyland, Shud, and Shed are just dragged off.
I don't think it was the fish, you asshole.
Fuck you, boy!
No, fuck you!
And they are just dragged straight off. Congratulations, you have won this awful drinking contest.
There's nothing wrong with drinking Sambuca Jaeger. Okay, first of all.
I look at Alan and I'm just like, are you proud of me, mother? Please say yes.
Yes. Now let's maybe move towards the food.
Yes, cheese
Oh my
toastie.
god, it's a good grenade.
Cheese toastie.
You are led down to the second deck, where as I said, I described like the first deck as very kind of like wooden, kind of a piratey, piratical themed kind of tavern. Second deck is gilded, velveted halls of a banquet hall.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Splayed out tables of just whatever meats, veg, and fruit, and it looks to just be consistently replenishing.
Oh, love it.
I'm gonna lay down on like 4 or 5 of the chairs and just sort of like get like a bowl of grapes and rest it like on my chest and just.
Oh, there is a chaise longue.
Yeah, no.
Here's a denim.
No, I'm good.
No.
He doesn't want to become hedonism bot, you know?
He's just like, getting an entry level position there.
Yeah, I'm gonna like as in just have and just keep like a glass of water on like the table and just hope some of the gang want to sit next to me and maybe when I'm coming down maybe like really get into some things because like we haven't really had a lot of time to talk. And I just think we should really get into it.
Atlanta's gone to find a cheese board.
Oh, all
Like everywhere.
all types of cheese.
Yeah, so she's gonna get a real fancy cheese board and come back with a glass of wine and a cheese board and like smack it down in front of Jerry and be like, "How are you doing, champ?"
Oh my god. You know what? I felt a little bit like I was in a KO earlier, but I know I haven't had any. But you know what? I'm good. I'm like really fucking good. It was so nice that you all say those nice things about me before the fight. So I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if it like I know I seem so put together.
She's keeping a dead.
I'm just looking at the ceiling and eating grapes.
All this time up in the bar and down here, there is an elaborate piping network that is funneling all the music from the auditorium throughout the ship.
Oh, very cool.
But yeah, no, Atlanta, I've been feeling like good. Like I feel like myself again. You know what I mean?
I'm glad, but when were you not yourself?
Let me ask you this. Oh fuck! No, I'm gonna live like that. And like, I said, I don't know if you stayed for the Juno and Bulldog have stayed for to listen to me.
Bulldog has a whole fucking hawk of ham.
All right, cool.
Chomping into it, just.
I'm eating a crispy cheese toastie.
No, decadent. But it's like, do you ever hear of that? It's a very modern question they've just brought up at the symposium. If you change everything about something, does it still remain the same thing?
Well, I am no scholar, but I.
No, the fuck at the symposium. If you listen to them talk for 5 minutes.
Have you
So
changed every part of yourself?
Oh right, yeah.
Heard the ship's Theseus.
Yeah, Theseus prick owes me money.
Yeah, immensely. Like, as in, I used to not be very strong and to be very good at art things, and now I'm incredibly undexterous and I'm very strong, and I've killed people, which is a big thing for me. You know?
It's always a pride moment in a child's life. I remember my first kill.
I'm 26. I don't know about you. I'm a grown man.
Oh, you mean you've only just killed someone?
Yeah.
Oh, apologies. Where I'm from, we kill at age 9. It's our standard practice. I mean,
Fucking show
I
off.
too have changed. I used to be quite emotionally distant. My mother used to say, and quite reserved. But in the last few years, I've become very open and quite vulnerable, as you can probably tell. She's like looking
totally.
wine now.
Totally.
Actually, yeah, you've been quite warm and open very recently. Like, it's very clear. Like, as in, I did hold it against you that you tried to drown yourself when I asked you about your life. But that's on me.
In my defense, you said it was going to be a relaxing bath, and I don't believe talking is relaxing for me. I would much prefer wield a sword to relax. But
Do you feel relaxed right now, though?
she's just gonna dead ass look in the eye and be like, yes.
I believe it. Anyway.
That's called growth.
Your tastes change, people change, but does it, at the end, does it really stay the same, or does it even matter? But the thing is, I don't know, like, I think, I don't know. I think it's just difficult changing and accepting that there are perhaps good parts of you that you might be leaving behind when you're gaining new parts. And I don't know if you're having the same crisis in your change as well.
Oh, well, I mean, well, not to be too vain, but I am perfect, so I do not believe I've left any good parts behind. But
Can confirm, yeah.
I do understand growth is a process.
A necessary process.
But here, have some cheese.
Sure. Anyway.
Why don't you tell me about your time in that temple? It seems that was a bit of an emotional experience for you.
Cheese toasty.
You know what? Yeah. I've been cutting carbs, but honestly, I need it right now. I was an artist there for about a decade, and then it just all sort of stopped because I did one thing wrong, and they super held it against me, and I feel bad, and I haven't actually seen anyone that I had been close with.
Did you
Since
harm
then.
anyone?
No, not. Harm is a large concept when you think about it. You can do financial harm and emotional harm and physical harm.
Did you behead anyone?
No.
Well, then you're fine. Surely they should forgive you.
And was it intentional?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, you know.
No one stops to ask, like, at least, before I continue, Juno, how's your relationship with Maya?
On a character, I completely forgot who Maya is.
Your like mentor.
Right.
The one who told you about the orphans.
Right.
Time back in.
Time back in. I mean, I haven't talked to her in a while. Gonna be honest. But I can't say it's bad. But I think it could be better. I feel like maybe I wasn't right in, not keeping up contact with her. But
Were you though? Because you said something very interesting to me the first day we were in the forest. You said that you had lost ties with the temple because you didn't appreciate the way they were running things, and that there were organizational issues that you took issue with.
Yeah, and I stand by that, and she knows that. Just time out again. She also left, didn't she?
No, she's still there. She's
No, but she did not leave, like... Wasn't she, like, also, like, on the same page as me in that respect?
She's still there.
No, she's still the high priestess. She's like the highest seat of the Ballast sect. She agreed, but she still understood. Like, she was trying to explain to you last year. Remember that?
Yeah.
That that you can she believes you can only try to change things in the rigid framework of the bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Time back in.
Time back in. Yeah, I mean, like, we're still on good terms, but like there is some there are still things that need to be addressed between us, as well. I have left. She
You
decided to
officially
stay.
left.
I have officially left, and she knows this. However, she decided to stay, and that it's still something I'm trying to come to grips with. I'm trying to, and as a result, so I'm like tying back into your the subject of change, and are you still you after having gone through that change? I'm still kind of thinking about that myself, and also kind of in conflict with the fact that she doesn't seem to have changed, given the.
What's the thing you take issue with? Quit dancing around the subject.
I can't remember cheese toasty. Continue.
Well, for one, fuck, I had no idea you actually quit. I was out when I went to go do it with you earlier. I went back and cleaned it all up, and they were cool about it. But yeah, but that's the thing. When you have religion as part of an institution that also wields political power, it means that they have to take the same dives that those in politics also do,
Mm.
even when those are heinous and against everything we stand for.
Mm.
And to be honest, I don't. She is their patron, so I do not wish to disrespect. And yours as well, Atalanta. Like, as in, you both. And I don't wish to disrespect her too much, but I feel quite hard done by for being, a very competent and, dutiful in my responsibilities acolyte for a long time. And the moment I do something wrong, then the entire life I knew is just gone.
It does seem rather unfair. Is there anybody I could kill to make it better?
Okay, I agree with your first thing.
Likely, May? How about a stern talking to?
Make
No.
it a bit more, but a bit less than the killing.
Well, a Castus would feel good, but you were going to do that anyway.
Savage finger wagging.
Prosecutor von Karma.
Have you heard of this woman, Ms. Deeds?
Terror. Graphic.
If okay, hang on, let me make a whiz real quick. Yeah. Can the three of you keep a secret? Look, Bulldog also.
Yes.
I can try.
How much of my life do you know?
Excellent point. You know Pythor is my homie. I respect him very much. I think he's a cool dude. But his high priest, maybe could do with getting curb stomped. Can I say that? How you say? Curb stomped?
Yep, curve stomp, yep. That's exactly it.
I don't know. I don't know if I even want to, I don't even know if I want to go back to all that and be back in, the light in the same capacity. I think I'm kind of happy reinventing myself as a completely new boat.
Well,
Or man, as it
according
is.
to Kira, you have a whole destiny ahead of you. Why would you want to go back to that box?
That's a very good point.
You know?
Honestly, I feel like for everyone, change of oneself is inevitable. However, while there is change taking place, one's innate fundamental qualities do stay intact.
Fuck, you're so right.
That's not the alcohol talking.
No, I know that's you. That's... Yeah, the wisdom training is really showing through there. Fuck.
Yeah, thank you.
It's just... I know you're right. And I know that this is probably quite ridiculous for me to even say, but especially tonight, it does feel sometimes, I feel like looking at especially the two of you, is in that it's difficult being surrounded by so many people who are so beautiful and feeling just so large and out of place.
Your being large is one of the things that makes you beautiful, Jury.
I don't know, I feel like people think I'm threatening every which I don't understand at all. I've been nothing but chill the whole time. But
I
Yes,
mean,
you have.
if I may say, I do believe your looks are the least interesting thing about you.
can't tell if that's a dig or not. But are you negging you right now? Because honestly,
Is
I
it
don't have
working?
stuff before. Anyway.
And she puts her hand on his knee. No,
Oh,
she doesn't. That's out of character. No.
No, redact that.
Redacted.
Erase the tapes.
Rebecca's in a saucy mood. Atalanta is not.
No. She's not. He's not sober enough for any sort of consent. First of all.
Thanks both of you for indulging me in this talk and really getting to and telling me more. I don't know. I guess I was thinking about myself a bit much, but I am sure that the two of you will flourish beautifully even more. So, sorry, that's right. Fuck, sorry, I can't see you there.
My
Well-
face is hidden behind this giant hawk of lamb.
She just leans in to Jury and Juna, and she's like, "Well, we're all definitely more attractive than that thing over there."
He looks in there like it's a honey roast. There, just a glazer, and he's like, "What?"
But I look forward to seeing you two grow more comfortable in your change as well. And yeah, no, thanks for.
I
hanging
know
with me
you'll be
tonight.
part of
But
that
more
journey,
importantly, Did you see how well Leland got vomited on?
Thank you so much.
That
for
was
over, by the way.
humiliating. He's never going to come back from that.
I don't think
ever.
you can live that down.
That was so on cue.
It was incredibly impressive. I didn't know I had that much in me.
I
I'm
mean,
currently
see,
refilling that.
changes all around.
Yeah, you're right.
Change is clearly good and works for us. In this case, maybe not for Leland, but fuck him, you know.
You fuck Leland.
Fuck Leland.
No, really don't.
Cheers. Not in that way.
He cheers Hawk of Lives.
I'll cheers
Toastie.
So our camera now pans up across this dining hall. Persephone. What's Persephone doing on this super yacht?
Is he on the yacht?
Yeah. I mean,
If he wants to be.
Yeah.
Where
Your papa's there.
Yeah, your paws are coming.
if Persephone is not on the yacht, where is Persephone?
God.
I don't think you're gonna like me.
We go back in stage in a row.
Do tell.
The harbor.
At the harbor.
There is.
Oh,
We
no.
are in the harbor. I hope you got one right answer.
We're literally on a boat.
Okay, I'm imagining all of you guys are walking along the dock, along the gangway to the boat, and then Persephone took a hard right.
I'm
We all
not
think
even
it's
gonna
right
make your
now.
roll. It's been a busy day.
He's at the Harbor Masters.
He wants answers.
I don't even remember what the ship's called.
You
Somebody is gonna have to feed me information.
So moving backwards. After the games, you all headed down to the harbour. The sun is starting to set, and as you kind of dip off in the crowd throughout the gangplanks and boats, it's a large harbour. Like, it is extensive. You can, like, by sheer breadth and scope of the amount of ships, wide and small, throughout this, you can see why it is the busiest port city in all of Thylia. Colossal. Not to mention the literal colossus in your peripheral.
That also be described as colossal.
Yes. Okay. You were in it.
Yeah, pretty
But as big as this is, it is not hard to find the administrative building because there isn't need for a lot of buildings to run a shipyard this big. Not a lot of buildings.
There isn't need, or it's
Not a lot of need. What I'm saying is you find the administrative building.
okay. Great.
You're looking for
With-
the Sky Tour or maybe the Ultras. I don't know. Maybe that's
With
good.
Just signed in.
with the excitement of the games and the fact that it's getting late, it is you can kind of tell from the outside that it is empty. There's no lights on or anything. It is closed, but it is locked
What are you making me do this?
because you're a rogue, dude.
Well, locked door. Well, better head back.
I swear to God, Louise, if Nefel was a fucking pirate, I'm gonna be so mad.
It would be great to know.
She'd find it too.
Yeah, it'd be great to know.
Buse is going to look around and see if there are any thieves markings.
Thieves what?
Thieves markings, or whatever they're called. Are they called?
Thieves camp. Like thieves camp stuff. Yeah, make an investigation check.
Fuck's sake.
That one do.
Fucking kidding me. That's a 3. 2, I rolled a 2.
Or one better than the last one.
No, you don't find any markings around.
Buse is gonna look around and see if anybody's watching.
Like, again, it doesn't look like, at a kind of glance, it doesn't look like anyone's around. It doesn't look like, yeah, like it looks like this is a pretty empty area. It looks like any crowds seem to be kind of around any boats in the actual harbour, and like crowds are kind of away from here. We're kind of off the side of the entire pier structure.
Okay, so what does the building look like? Is it freestanding? How many stories?
It's a large freestanding building, like 3 stories tall.
Okay.
Pretty blocky.
And how far is it from the nearest building?
Oh, strikingly, it is alone.
They're very far.
Very pretty. Yeah, like it's the only building kind of in its surroundings. Like again, it's like at the end of a pier.
Okay, we're still gonna look for a rear entry to the building.
There's a rear. Yeah. Like there's the front entrance, which isn't exactly grand. There is a rear entrance where you see the trash cans.
He's gonna get the trash.
This is going to derail everything.
She's gonna knock on the back door.
No answer.
He's going to jimmy the lock.
Give me a sleight of hand check. I believe you have proficiency in thieves' tools.
He does.
It's always the second time I roll to make sure. It's something every time.
So it's a dex check, but it's with your proficiency bonus.
My dex proficiency. That is 20, not natural.
Oh yeah. Oh, you popped this. Like this was not
Pop and lock it.
like it. This was not a barred vault. This is the back entrance to an administrative function. It just gives and just like click locks open.
Okay, before he steps in, he's putting on a sneaking hoop.
Make a stealth check.
I'm very excited.
22.
Oh yeah. You move in and you just start tiptoeing gracefully throughout. And as you enter in, you come in the back, so you're mostly in kind of service passage, but as you kind of go through, you find yourself in a pretty kind of wide office pen. Looks like a couple of kind of sparse desks, some filing cabinets. Hit me with a perception check.
What does he perceive?
What do your horse eyes see?
Filing cabinets. 15.
15. You see, it's pretty easy. Like nothing looks to be particularly hidden. As a matter of fact, everything is pretty clearly outlined because this seems to be a structure designed to like be navigated very easily. So you have a look around. There is filing cabinets throughout. Desks, filing cabinets, a couple of nameplates on them for, what looks like kind of just general kind of office positions, like Joe Johnson, executive, Rob Richard, executive financier, Balmoth Kathrak,
Manager.
CSO. That's like pretty kind of like a standard, just like people kind of showing off their positions around the company. And as you can see that there is filing cabinets down here, but it looks like this is very much just general admin stuff. You do see a sign listed by the stairs up, and the sign says historical records.
Okay, we're just going to quickly scan this room for any form of shipping log. Or log of ships.
It looks like there is actually a log on one of the tables. The table belonging to Rothman. This is what happens to put on the spot.
I'm just imagining he looks exactly like Tim Roth.
I got like a 3 out of 10 improv skill here. You're getting, the gears are running.
How did you not know this is where it was going to go, though?
I should have.
This is on you.
So much prep time.
Roth's desk does have an open ledger that looks to be a recent, like kind of the recent tracking ledger for the past roughly year.
Okay, this is gonna.
You have a comb through it. It's very easy. Like you can see very shortly, like names that kind of jump out to you. You do find the first thing you notice is that there has been a gap in the ledger for the past, like with ships only coming in the past day or so for the 3 days because of the storm. That's the first thing. Before the storm, traffic is constant. Like dozens, sometimes hundreds of ships coming in every single day. To the point where like you find this ledger is actually only gone back about 6 months, but it is almost full. It is.
Does this look like I could find a name that I'm looking for?
As you kind of scan through it, it's pretty kind of easily laid out. You do find, actually, you do spot a familiar name that Nefel has mentioned in the Sea Thorn, having come in very, very recently.
That's the one that.
You were on.
That's Elpis' ship.
Yeah, we know about that one.
You met her and her nymph crew. Her ship has been stationed there and is still stationing there.
Skytorn or Wave Rose, was that?
The Wave Rose was Phobos's.
Phobos, yeah.
What was the fellowship's name?
Skytorn.
Wait, so Skythorn has come in.
No.
Sea Thorn came.
See,
They're sister ships, 'cause,
Thorny.
But you get Tamara.
I like the idea that they just didn't take care of the wood, so it's very splintery.
But again, this is a recent
It's
log.
frozen.
You're not finding anything in this.
He's gonna slam the book,
Wow, rude.
put it in a bag.
He's taken it?
He's taking it.
Nice. Go on from 6 months.
He's gonna go upstairs with the historical records.
Upstairs, as you go up, it looks, again, the efficiency on display here is actually kind of striking. Probably because they don't have much else to do except for log boats.
Seems to be their whole job.
So this is their whole job. So as you go, it is lengths and stretches of filing cabinets and files.
Need an index.
There is you see that the files are labeled by date and year, with everything coming from about 499 CE back. We're on 500 CE, by the way.
Okay, how long ago did Nefel lose his ship?
Nefel
It's gonna
doesn't
take more
know.
than a year.
Nefel doesn't know. But he only got this ship 10 years ago, so it has to be within the last 10 years.
You do find though as you kind of walk up, it's dimly lit. There looks to be a small kind of paraffin oil lantern just kind of running in the corner in one of the corners. It looks like it's very kind of, they keep a light on in here pretty consistently. But the oil lantern,
That sounds like a terrible idea for a room full of old paper.
I'm not here questioning their
Okay.
ways.
You're not the fire marshal,
No,
I got you.
I'm not the fire marshal. Not yet, at least.
I'm gonna report this place, Jesus
so-
Christ. I
You see
mean,
that they are primarily
whoever that is.
you see they are primarily laying it out by year, reading backwards. You do see, as you walk in though, in a small case. The glow from the paraffin oil is one thing, but what clocks your eye is a small spinning crystal node. Make an arcana check.
Six Deuce knows Arcana. I'm gonna take this stuff and bring it over this side. Where is Arcana under?
In
Oh,
Yes.
yes. That's 15.
15. You have actually dealt with something like this before in previous jobs. It is a crystalline index.
They do have an index.
Essentially, like in effect, it is effectively an arcane index. Basically, when they log their files, they also log it magically as both a backup and also as
That's why no one can ever catch his fire.
It's the cloud.
it's
They do push it to cloud.
of course, once a bunch of admin nerds get their hands on actual magic, they're going to use it to make things as efficient as possible.
Is this
So,
something
it is-
movable? Or
It's not so much that it's movable, but it is speech activated.
They have an Alexa.
Hello? Does it respond?
It glows a little lighter. It doesn't respond verbally, but it does. You can see like it does kind of look like it activates. Its crystal mechanisms kind of start whirring and spinning.
Good afternoon to you too. I am looking for the Skythorn.
You see it. It is a crystal, but it is a crystal of various kind of separate intricate parts moving in and around itself. It gets up out of its node and certainly zooms off down the aisles.
After it, go.
Okay, this is gonna
You find-
canter after it.
You canter down, like it moves pretty quickly. It moves down its aisles, and as you're passing by, as I said, these deal with so many that like it looks like 490 through 499 is taking up an entire aisle, so it moves down its aisles, for streaking between them until it finally stops at one shelf, labeled
Shelf?
one filing shelf, filing cabinet, with a marking of
Silence, please. Do not touch.
of
By order, silence.
396 CE.
396.
What's the current year?
500.
What?
That's 14 years ago.
Wait, 3 nights.
It's 114 years ago.
Oh shit, yeah.
Wait, no, that's 104 years
104
ago.
104 years ago.
Great with maths.
He's just looking at that really like confused. Alright.
Pull it out. It is a logbook, much like the rest. And as you flick through it, you find Skythorn. You find a log for the Skythorn, docked 2 weeks prior. And as you're scanning, you also notice it docked next to the Seathorn.
Oh, how cute.
And then a
Let's
log.
see what Buse knows about. Buse met.
Yeah.
Remember you tried to sell her off to the don't shit?
96 CE.
That only got about 10 years ago. When he left.
Did we say that?
Elvis is just as bad at remembering time as you are.
Nims. You can't live with them and they
Yes.
can't remember time.
No, you know what? I'm getting my dates mixed up because Nefel sailed for 100 years. Yes.
Yes, that's what I was. Yes.
Okay.
Pardon me.
so
No. Rewind. Crystal. Boom.
4 years ago. Is it?
Yeah, sorry. Rewind. Crystal. Boom. Shelf. Bang. Dated. 4.
Tip accidental.
489 CE.
2 years ago. No.
Oh, that's
That's still more than 10 years ago. Okay.
489 CE.
Oh, it's so confusing. Okay. He's just looking through the record, I guess.
Same though is it lists the Skythorn docking, and you notice that it docks at roughly the same time as the Seathorn. You notice a listing then of the Skythorn leaving 2 weeks later.
Wait, what other information does it give on the ship? Does it give
It only logs incoming and outgoing. It doesn't log destinations.
not captains?
Oh, there's Nefel's signature is there.
Oh shit! I can write.
It has
That boy's literate.
It has
Hell yeah,
a
good to
sign
know.
and whatever dock fee. It looks like
than a literate boy.
you can tell that like it's a standardized dock fee depending on size. You see that the Seathorn pays a higher dock fee than the Skythorn. Presumably because it is a smaller boat than the Seathorn.
Wait, a bit higher.
What?
Pays a higher fee?
Oh no, Fels pays less. Than
No, the Skythorn paid a lower fare.
Boat one.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to just refer to them as sea and sky, because
Sea and Sky. But yeah, no, you notice like the only information you really get is that the Skythorn had departed, and it looks like according to the Crystal Index, that was the last time it ported in Mitros.
Oh shit! So when the Fel took it out, we never came back to it.
Classic Nefel.
But even like kind of having it fast
swear
forward throughout this,
I swear to Python if the fan is involved in
God.
piracy.
but like you can see, if like even kind of glancing forward in that ledger, you notice roughly a month later the Seathorn returns.
But not the Sky.
Not the Skythorn.
Does it mention cargo?
No.
Crew?
No.
Jesus, what a bunch of record keeping nerds. They sure do not take many records, okay.
Hey man, this is GPR. Our master don't need to know what's in the ship.
Ah, the customs port. That's where I go next.
Oh, there's no customs in here. Nobody cares.
God damn it.
The bad city.
That's the secret.
Okay, Abuse is going to.
And the crystal is still kind of floating just next there.
Abuse is going to take this record.
Mhm.
And. He's going to search for. The door.
The sea thorn is Elvis's ship.
You mean the Wave Rose?
Wave Rose or Ultros, just in case the Ultros.
Wait, Rose is the other person.
Wave Rose is Captain Phobos now.
Okay, Abuse is going to search for
The waitress.
the sea thorn first. Just
Sea
to
thorn.
see the
Sea
last
thorn.
few.
So the index tends to kind of go. You notice the index tends to go to the last known. So that brings you.
The Sea Thorn is currently here.
Current, but
Yeah.
then next few down. I want the next 3 records.
The sea thorn brings you to the last file cabinet. It looks like so you have the most up to date one, which is the one you took first on the desk, which had a log of the sea thorn. As you look back, it looks like the sea thorn has been recurrently docking in Mitros. It looks like they are regular traders here.
Okay, can you give me an idea of how many, say, what's the time frame in between each trip?
It can vary depending. Usually the time frame's about a month to 2 months between.
Okay. Short journeys. He's now going to check for the Wave Rose.
Wave Rose.
Wave Rose. Zips back down one of the aisles. You find yourself now at a file dating to about 3 or 4. About 495.
That's bargain.
So we're at 500, right?
495 CE, so about 5 years ago.
Oh, that was the last time.
Last time. Same, and very, very similar to the Skies last log. It looks like the Wave Rose docked at roughly a similar time to the Sea Thorn again. Left. And
Never came back.
that's the last time.
Maybe the boats are in the same place.
What about the
How
time
romantic.
prior to that?
They ran away together.
The Wave Rose, it looks like the Wave Rose had, like, this time it docked at a similar time to the Sea Thorn. It looks like that wasn't a recurrent thing. It takes a couple of weeks between dockings and shippings. It looks like it also was kind of coming back and forth through Mitros. But as you kind of look, it didn't always correlate with the Sea Thorn.
Okay.
It looked like it was kind of, they were running their own routes off.
But it was also a few months previous that it had docked.
A couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks.
It looks like that was still fairly regular. But it looks like from your record you can tell that the Wave Rose and the Sea Thorn had 5 years ago docked at roughly the same time. About a week later the Wave Rose left. And that's
Never to return again.
the last it's all.
Okay, Deuce is gonna write these down on the back of one of the logs. This information. Look up for the crystal, and say, "Fuck if I know what this means."
Just kind of spins.
Yeah, neither do too. I get it. Anybody else want to snoop on?
You're by yourself, you 70. Figure it out.
Who else owns a boat? Okay, Buse is gonna look for the what's it called?
The Ultras.
The Ultras.
Yeah.
You see where before you'd say names like the Sea Thorn, the Sky Thorn, the Wave Rose, it would very quickly. You say the Ultras. And it kind of stops where it is for a sec. Spins, moves, spins, and then shoots off like a bolt. You see it dart straight to the back, the far end of these aisles, and up the next set of stairs. As you kind of reach the back of these aisles, you notice about the last year in this room is about 200 CE. It goes up these stairs into a much dustier room. it shoots back. You run these aisles. It looks like this is not an area that looks to be accessed nigh at all by this by these buildings. It looks like whenever these files were put here, that's it, and nobody's had to come see them since. So as you gallop, your foot you are making care not to leave footprints. I'll say that much. You got a good stuff.
Hoofprints.
You are moving your way delicately but quickly following this crystal as it zips through.
Are there things on the ceiling from which Bruce can just jungle bar his way?
No, like you said.
So what you're saying is don't
And
take
as
This is serious.
and as you see, you
Ah,
get
yeah.
it looks like the filing cabinets are older and older and older as you run, and you make it to near the end of this aisle upstairs, and it stops at a filing cabinet, old, dusty, slightly rusted, marked 28 CE.
What's
Roughly 470 years ago.
what is the time frame like reckoned from? What's the 0 CE?
The 0 is the signing of the Oath of Peace.
Okay.
There is
Jesus born.
Python. Kind of also like
Call me Python, please.
year 0 is the end of the war, the signing of the Oath of Peace, and the arrival of the Five.
Okay. Well,
So 28.
are they the Beatles?
So 28 is 28 years after the signing of the Oath of Peace.
Okay. Peace is gonna pull out that record and have a read.
You read it. It is a much sparser record. This is 28 years after the Oath of Peace. So this is 28 years effectively after the founding of Mitros itself. Historically, Mitros had started as the birthplace of invading kind of human people landing on Thylia before the war with the Titans, before the arrival of the Dragon Lords. Mitros was a colony, but it looks like only after the Oath of Peace was signed was Mitros actually established as a city and named after the god who gave her life. So in that, it is a much sparser record because it hadn't fully established itself as the trade hub it is today. So you can see a lot of logs, you notice a lot of ships that mean names that mean nothing to you. But as you look, you do spot the Ultras.
On all the list of ships, what's the best name?
David.
Is it the Vengoboat? One sad employee.
That's what they wrote to.
Wait, what date was the Ultras?
They're in the Venga Boys.
Documented
Canonically
article. Where were they on that day?
Where were you?
When the Ultras started.
Oh, we could fucking ask the gods.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Sorry. So, you don't have to answer.
Excalibur. No. I don't know.
Titanic.
Unsinkable. Definitely. Never gonna sink.
In
Tony
brackets,
McFootface.
Good.
But you find the Ultras. It looks like the Ultras. You would start to know, unlike any of the boats you had looked for, it was a warship. So it doesn't look like, kind of even looking back and through the kind of the records, you don't see it having moved in and out a lot. It looks like it was stationed and only left, obviously, to proceed in naval warfare. But it looks like in about 28 CE, and every time it had been signed in and out, you notice the signature of Esther Arcalander. Whom Acastus is a descendant of.
He found out of a story.
Esther originally founded Astoria.
So
with-
Pythor took over
whose
his
tomb
city.
we raided.
Wait,
Oh,
how did he find the
yeah.
city if he was a boaty boy?
He could do both things. Esther.
Got off the boat, got to the sea.
Acastus is Esther's descendant. Esther was one of the original dragon lords that landed on Philia, and eventually went on to found Astoria, whom was such then overthrown by Pythor for being a tyrant.
When he was overthrown, what happened to him?
Pythor killed him.
They threw up. Yeah.
He killed him!
That's what he said.
So Pythor said
That's what he said.
28 CE, Esther Archelander signed the Ultros out, and that is the last record of the Ultros.
Okay, Vuse is going to quickly pull like a page of some random book that he has and do a very shitty copy of this record. Take the original record and place a shitty copy in.
I think because it is very safe to say
Wow.
They'll never know.
you could put anything in here, and given the state of
For historical posterity, Kevin.
You couldn't
Like,
just
you-
take the copy now.
yeah, like it seems pretty safe to assume that
It's a really bad copy.
Who knew the original?
that nobody is going to find whatever you actually replace it with.
Look, Vuse is concerned if anybody ever does actually find it, that they do not know he was the one that left it.
Oh, sign
It's that bad.
Sign Leland on your copy or something.
And that, so you now have the last entry of the Ultras.
Okay. Can Vuse check just before he leaves, can he check the very first entry of this Skythorn?
Of the Skythorn.
Yes.
The Skythorn, the first entry, goes back to about. Again, Crystal, boom, zips right back down.
Skythorn is in the Fells book.
Nefel's boat, yeah.
Yes.
Zips right back down, kind of into the same kind of set of aisles that you were down on the middle floor. Zips, boom, 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 boom. Date goes to about. .476 CE.
Oh.
So it looks like Nefel had the
That's 24 years?
about
24.
about 24 years before now, but about 14 years before its last logged.
And that would be the boat that has many years before Nefel happened,
Yeah.
correct? Or Nefel says.
Yeah, so before Nefel had it.
It was 10 years ago since you saw Elvis.
Because it might have been her boat beforehand.
I thought the flashback we did was of 10 years ago when she gave me the boat. Or was that just a random...
That was the first time you got the Skythorn. That
Ah!
wasn't necessarily 10 years ago.
Do you want?
It's
At
been
this point,
10 Elvis mentioned it was 10 years since you last saw her.
Okay.
Oh.
The Skythorn. According to this record, Nefel had the Skythorn for
Well, if the
about
record says so.
13 odd years.
Okay, so this last record.
So this is the first record.
This is the first record.
And you notice that it is signed by Nefel.
Oh, okay.
So Nefel was sailing the Ultros, or not?
Ah!
Oh man, I ruined it all! I gave away the secret!
I knew it, even when I knew it was Sidon.
Silence, boy! Rise the Ultras!
Nefel had been sailing the Skythorn for about 13 years before it last left Mitros.
So, how many years ago?
About 24.
24 years.
Okay, so this is
He's pretty
taking
good for his age.
the
Well, we
first
know he's at
record
least
and
on
the
it.
last record
That's
of
what I said.
Nefel.
Skythorn and the last record of the Ultras.
Yes, from 2018.
He's also leaving very terrible
Good.
copies of these both.
Good, I'm glad.
I don't want to mess up my system here. This is very-
This is illegible.
they've done a lot of
This
work
is in
to put this
crayon,
together,
man.
I mean, you know. I'd
They're
appreciate
crying
a bit
anyway.
of admin, eh? He's going to go back downstairs, take out, let's say 5 gold coins, just leave them on the CFO's desk.
Yeah, whatever stupid fucking fantasy name I gave him that I definitely don't remember now anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna give you 5 gold for it.
That's nice.
He's actually going to find a brown envelope and just.
You got all that yet?
Out the door. And the boat that they're on, is it out in the bay, like, or is it basically on the dock?
It's on, no, it's docked.
Soaked.
Okay, then Muse is going to
Zip off to the party.
zip off to the party.
Awesome. So as Buse leaves the building, the sun has just set over the bay.
No.
Everybody is having a wonderful time. Callie is making a banger of a performance, and that is where we're going to take our break.
Very sorry, okay.
No, you're not.
You're a scallywag.
So we come back. Party is in full drive. Sun is down. Lights lit on the boat. Persephone has no problem getting on. You snuck on. Let's say that. That makes sense. You got your sneaker shoes on.
Just flings over the side, the other side of the boat.
He sneaks on through the shadows.
Some of you are enjoying music. Some of you are enjoying drinks. Some of you are enjoying food. Callie, you are ripping it on the set.
Of course. Naturally.
Some of us are really enjoying the drinks.
As you
Like
you
a weird
finish,
dig there.
I don't need.
Alright, the drunkest.
Yeah.
you finish one of your songs, and Pancras approaches the side of the stage as the host, and turns. I need to make an announcement. If you don't mind.
Go ahead. Nefel is right front of the right at the very front of the stage, you know, very front of the crowd, and the minute this happens, like,
Everybody, we actually, as I mentioned, there are tubes and piping kind of going. So no matter where you are have been hearing Callie's music and are hearing Pancras. Everybody, I have a terribly unfortunate news. We seem to have, how do I best put this? Run dry. We are unfortunately out of all booze and liquor. We had sent a good friend of mine, Egan, out to get it, and unfortunately he hasn't returned.
Shocker.
Egan's now going to be on our crew, so
Yeah,
that's not a
exactly.
great sign.
Who's Egan again?
Old guy.
The old satyr from a
The
story.
one guy who's agreed to be on our crew.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh no!
Oh, dear.
Oh, he will be if he doesn't get back soon.
What about the drink? Egan.
And he turns to you,
Are
Callie.
you gonna say it?
You're one of the heroes of legend.
Yeah, she is. Yes, I am.
We'd be very grateful in your debt. Could you go investigate for us?
Boo! There before.
You and your merry band.
Mary,
We've never been described as that before. Some of us are really depressed.
Imagine the boat just like lounging, eating grapes and cheese, just like Mary.
I need a break anyway.
Oh,
I just hopped down to Nefel. You had a picture of water.
Oh yeah, whatever you need.
Let's go to bed.
The words are lapping into it. Kind of like, okay, you're wearing your wrap. Wait, you wearing your wrap or you wearing your wrap or?
Yeah.
They're kind of nipping in under.
We're in the trust room.
Like you hold a big jug up to your head, and the worm's kind of.
I just took them in more.
Nobody notices. And Parker's like, please, as you can see, this is a really big deal for me. I've never had a party this big, and this has been going very, very well, and I don't want to lose this now.
Keep promoting me, and I'll help you.
You got it.
Yeah.
Deal.
Eternally.
I can do that.
I know it fell.
I'm gonna go work on getting a tattoo of that.
Please do.
Yes.
Ooh, actually, yeah, drop some designs and see. Yeah, let's get the guys for whatever the fuck we're meant to be doing, but then tattoos also. Yeah. Now, where would they be? Oh. The diviest bar or the fanciest bar? Can I do a roll to check for anyone who looks particularly upset or some way any disturbances in the usual crowd that I could suss out which way they went.
The perception.
I was going to be offended, but then
Not
I remembered
one.
what we did.
That didn't go so
You
good.
see nothing. Puce is just standing behind you.
Do I see him?
No?
Well, I have no idea.
Callie sees him.
Oh, do I? Me with my perception? I rolled a that one.
Passive, baby.
Well, my passive is 17.
Good roll.
You seen anyone? Oh shit!
I see many people. Who am I looking for?
Our crew. Oh yeah, you know we hang out.
I just got here, so no. I don't have to.
Where have you been?
I want to go to the bar.
Oh
No,
no, we have to go. There's
I wanted to go get more, I think.
you
This
missed
is
the
gonna
drink.
grab
Feels
some
like-
serving
it
guys.
feels like very
I want
busy work
I want
to give
a-
Gladius Astra.
Mitros
go
Martini.
soon. It feels a bit weird.
Unfortunately, we're out of drinks.
Yes.
Would you like a pig in blanket?
By the way,
Does it
guys,
have
like a
genie?
big blanket.
Yeah.
Don't tell
No.
anyone, but I have the Hormobel mixture with me, and I could like make that into wine at any
What's
point.
back there?
But, like,
That's for us.
That's for exactly.
I
that.
want
It's not,
a-
it's not really like, for all these guys. There's not enough for everyone, so like just. Actually, let me just check my notes real quick.
Well, that's going to be duty calling for me insofar as going and searching out this missing land. You're welcome to stay here if you want.
You're talking to Pythor?
I'm talking to Pythor. But you can come with us if you want, but I also know that you're quite tired and you also had your one drink. So it is up to you what you want to do.
Pythor's gonna make a.
You'll stay for one more, won't you?
A wisdom check.
Goose is still, by the way, asking this serving guy for drinks.
This guy is so like this is a like 18-year-old like pimple face who's like I'm sorry sir, we're out of drinks.
I want a Delphi daiquiri.
I
Can
Ridiculous.
Nefel get onto the stage and just like an announcement? Hi, can the crew of Gladius Astra please report to the main stage?
Yep. All of you hear that.
And that's why I think my teen years were actually the most confusing time for me creating.
That's
Tiffany.
all
You know what I
Gladius
mean?
Astra.
Yeah,
if you could
of
please
course.
report to the atrium. And this is Nefel.
Oh, fuck my
Please.
fancy.
Excellent thinking, Neville. We need to do some research right away.
What?
Wisdom check for Pythor. Pythor, that's a +1. 10 and above.
Plus
He goes-
one seems pretty good for him, I'm gonna say.
10 and above. I'll go with you. No, I'll roll.
Okay, cool.
No, but this adventures for missing booze. I think I can accommodate.
Wonderful.
I think this is just the sort of thing to stretch me out.
Wonderful. That, and you can tell the rest of the group yourself about our plan. So you'll tell you what, later we'll get this under control and everything else, and then I want you to tell me everything about Buse's mother.
Oh my.
I'm just going for the lore.
And mind telling Buse about that later as well?
What about the dirty bits?
Oh.
Not like facts, not just tell me about it.
Fun facts.
Huge ass.
Biggest ass I'd ever seen. Until
That boy don't own a candle.
Pythor,
She could literally hold a whole host of candles on that ass.
In fact, that was a profession when I met her.
She was known as the lantern. Man, if you do that to a horse, I say that would really annoy the horse.
They don't really like fire, is one of their things.
No. Nor hot
They're
wax.
pretty vulnerable to fire, I think, actually.
Their list of weaknesses: fire. Yeah, it's under there.
that and wax play.
Oh.
my god.
So like us. So like us.
When we saw Egan, was there any was he wearing a necklace or anything that I'd remember?
Well, no, he's a pretty distinctive character, and you didn't see him.
But is he
At
wearing
the
any
party.
distinctive jewelry or any distinctive object?
Yeah.
Give me a history check.
Any sort of big diamond chain or something.
6.
You do not. He is an old satyr man.
Yet again, my memory fails
Could I
me.
make one as well?
Have you trying to
If
remember
I
six
were
qualities?
an old
Go.
satyr, where would I go?
Yeah.
For enough wine to... How is he going to get all that alcohol in here?
Actually, so after you all, well, I'll come back to it. After you all kind of gather yourself, Pancras is like, I suppose your mission is twofold. Find Egan. You know, he's the star of the game. People really like him.
He's meant to be in our crew.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Thank you. Would
Yeah,
you like
maybe
to join our crew?
Oh yeah.
I think you asked him last week.
I don't remember doing that.
Do a persuasion check. Kai.
I don't think I did. I didn't get one in the Alt Cali. And that one.
Wow.
Oh
So,
no, I've got an eternal life and a
On this
large
boat.
boat and a family unit. I'm not. You saw Nefel punch me in the face, right?
Oh, that's true, yeah. It was never
I'm
mind then.
terribly squishy. I enter the games for fun. Actual adventuring. You guys have killed so many people.
In fairness, I'm also only doing this for fun. It just turns out I'm really naturally gifted.
Modest too.
I'm super not.
I didn't expect to be so good at killing. I know, it's just
What in fact is why I'm asking you to go out adventuring. I'm terrified at the concept of leaving this boat right
This boat?
now. My boat.
I didn't see any security at
My
all.
father's boat.
We did see
Besides,
one man. Yeah, but I could take him.
No,
we could take him. No,
There
you could definitely take him.
is so the best place to look is we sent Egan out to the vineyards on the outskirts. That's
Well,
where
I've always wanted to go to the vineyards.
that's where most
Oh,
of
we'll
the
definitely go then.
that's where most of the trading is. We sent him there not long before you guys arrived, so quite a while ago, and no word back.
we didn't
And I
Probably did.
worried because for a start, I like you. He seems like an amicable fellow. He also was going to get all of our. He's old. He's also going to get all of our booze, which we ran out of, and we very urgently need it before this party turns on me.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a safe boat for you anymore.
Really, really hurt the vibe.
I guess we'll go.
And I since I announced Falana wasn't playing, her stands have been staring at me, and I fear for my life.
I like the clock where they are. I'm making note of that for
You
later.
you see, like they're not like they're kind of like there's like one circle of them. They're just kind of like just throwing glances Pancras's way.
Pancras, I'll leave a friend with you while we go and deal with this.
Buse is gonna march up from talking to the poor serving guy and just point at Pancras and like, you can't even get an Estonian mojito out there. What's going on?
Sorry, sir. We have no booze. Bulldog kind of sidles up and was like, "I will help you here, little man. I am in no mood to go adventuring in vineyards because I have thrown up the entire content of my stomach this evening. But I will fight off teenage boys."
Wait, is it party full of
Commendable.
teenage boys?
No, the
Falana
Falana
stands.
stands.
Oh, they're a bunch of teens.
Of course they're
They're
teens.
too young to have taste.
You are leaving someone?
I'm summoning human form Stella and I'm leaving her here
Is there a range on that?
for her to stay with him.
Yeah. Does she have to be near you?
How
I
far
think
away
it's
these
just she
vineyards are
can't
going
communicate
to?
with her.
Very far. If you can.
Just want to make sure that, like...
Yeah.
That's all checking out.
Nope. But she has to be summoned within 90 feet of me.
And when she's
But-
summoned, then it's no range?
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah.
She's alive.
I'd
I'd like to
see
I sneak a retreat into her head.
Fucking on one of the walls of the actual boat, like a fucking doorway just suddenly appears, bursts open, and she just pops directly through it.
Stella!
You see, like, you see Pank's like, oh my god, what?
She's a friend. She'll make sure she and Bulbul will take care of you, and you'll be fine. We'll
The
go and
dream
deal with
parents.
this.
So Pancras looks at this wild-eyed woman that just walked out of a magic door in his boat, and a very oiled and glittered minotaur just hawking a ham, just like a whole ham leg.
He's still on that thing.
I think I don't know.
I think this is several
Such
ages.
a slow leader.
Who just talking about throwing up everywhere, and he's like, yeah,
Darling,
I think I'll be fine. I think this is fine. This is fine.
What are you worried about?
You'll do great.
Worst thing that can happen is that your party will tank until they're ruined, but I wouldn't worry about
That
it.
is the worst thing. I don't want.
Oh, sorry, man.
I headlined here. There's no way I can tank.
Please.
We have to get you
Please
back
don't-
in time so they don't riot.
Please don't
That's the real
get our
problem.
booze.
Never mind the booze.
Fine.
Booze doesn't matter, I do.
And Lance
Yeah.
is gonna just walk off the boat.
Pull up very
Follow the
quickly.
leader, everyone!
Pull up very quickly. This seems like this place is kind of going downhill, so I might not come back. If you do,
We just go.
no offense, Plank,
We
but
just
fuck
go.
off. But listen, if I have to pass out asleep or whatever, you're welcome to come back to my room again, or if not, just leave me a note to make sure that so I know you got home. Okay, well I'm fucking off to do whatever, I guess. God, this city asks so much of you, don't you think?
It really does.
Ugh.
Can just
do
be
a criminal
He's
spooky,
act.
very
like.
drunk.
I do feel like
Yeah.
he's well oiled, I believe.
Drunk. Got it.
Oh no, I'm
Let's
well.
go.
I'm just chill, okay? I'm just relaxed. I'm having a good time. I'm vibing.
He hasn't thrown up on anyone yet.
Hold
so-
someone's hand while we're going.
Yes.
Okay, but I'm a little sticky.
I'm a little oily.
Yes.
Yes.
Stephanie does have a criminal contact in Mitras.
Use is going to contact criminal contact.
Is that not?
I think the shots.
What's his face?
What is that?
Oh, that dude.
You.
And yeah, so as you kind of like, you all leave the boat, you all kind of start making your way through the docklands. You, in your typical fashion, how do you go about contacting?
Oh, do you mean Frickson?
Just trying to remember.
Is he his criminal contact, Metro?
Yep.
He's just gonna. How did I do it before?
In Astoria, you rolled a little piece of paper and it was a druid.
Did your bird come back?
Like, just kind of like, we'll worry about the logistics of it. You just tell me how you try to contact first.
He's gonna whisper to his bird and send off the bird.
Poor bird.
Moving on handling.
It's definitely going to be a falcon.
I've already sent that bird off though.
Nat 20, baby!
I'll say the bird came back. It was a while ago. Not 20. That bird jets it towards the Stygian row like a bullet.
Like a bird.
Like a bat out of hell.
And as you're kind of coming up through, because the vineyards are out one of the main gates, so you kind of have to make your way through the suburbs a little bit. So as you it's fair enough walk. As you make your way through the Mitras suburbs have gotten quiet. Obviously, a lot of people are tired after their full day at the games, and some people are out partying elsewhere. So as you are all making your way, you hear
Kelly, are we walking towards the vineyards?
We are.
We just said earlier today we were going to go do a tasting.
I know.
I think it might be a bit late for a tasting.
It's never
Unless
late for
you
wine
fancy.
tasting.
We'll take the bottles
We'll
and
be
we'll do a
tasting the
tasting back at the villa.
That's called stealing.
Well,
Let me bring it back to the boat.
they have yeah.
We'll do both.
Bisephone alone hears it's just somebody down a side street. Trying to
Deuce responds with a bird sound.
Which one?
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
you see just two kind of small curled horns and like the top of an orange and two eyes. Like, no, that means you come here, you fool.
Yeah, he's just dropping back. Yeah, that was the response saying, I'm coming.
You are with a large group of people. I do not want to.
No,
Yeah.
Pretty nickety fuck.
It is what I am known for. Now, what can I do for you?
Looking for elderly satyr. Gold.
Oh what?
Vegan.
Oh what? Because you think I am a satyr? All satyrs know each other. Is this some kind of funny joke? I was part of the biggest party in the Stygian row when you called me. Your bird sounded very urgent.
Hey, how many times have you asked me, do I know I don't
That is
right.
irrelevant.
Hey, you are a man that can find people.
My racism is funny.
You can find people, no?
Well, not because we all know each other, but I do know Egan.
Oh, going, Sutton?
Oh, like I wouldn't know the BBC from the story.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
he
So I'm
was
not
part
crazy
of-
asking about him.
He was part of the games. Fuck. No, last I heard, he didn't take my invite to come to the studio. Or he was going out to some boat party.
Oh, he's gone missing. Why am I speaking like you?
You always have the knack for picking up on my accent.
Fucking
Definitely
difficult. You were sent out for alcohol, disappeared. Now there's no booze at the party. Big disaster.
Big.
There has been word.
Socially rude.
There has been a lot coming out of the vineyards recently. Even down in the road, I think we are running out of booze. We are having difficulty ourselves. We are about to send a runner.
Oh. Is it like people would disappear looking for booze?
Well, I mean, it happens, but this seems like an isolated incident. I think you and your group of heroes, say?
I feel like they look and the whole group just like waving like.
I feel like the way I'm imagining it is like you guys were all walking up a street. Frick's on call from an alley, and then Bish dropped back to the side alley. Sounds like you're and your heroes, and
Oh,
Bish
we're
just looks
gone.
back. I just sees everybody turned around, watching at the alley, just waiting.
Oh, don't mind us.
No, please take your time.
No, you're doing great.
Callie's
You guys
hiding
are a
behind
group
you.
of friends.
You seem to be all over this. You are going to investigate the vineyards, yes?
Yes, that's our plan. But if you were a satyr who was looking for booze, would you be going straight to the vineyards? Or is there anything else we should know about?
The vineyards is a direct supplier. We have some middlemen in the studio row because who in the studio row is not picking your pockets. But the leaders of the cult down in the row, they work as middlemen. They do wholesale pricing.
God. Which one is this? Which god is this?
The Lutheria,
Ah,
Lady of Dreams, you know her.
it's always Lutheria. He just rubs his stabbed side.
I did hear about that. It was after we met. Yes, there was a rough going. I understand.
After you ran away, you son of a bitch.
Hey, I see a fight break out. I am a lover, not a fighter.
You love to run, eh? Okay. How are the kids?
Hey, Buse, will bring your friend with us? We have to go.
Good.
I mean, I don't know what else you want from me. I'd say go check the vineyards.
For your kids, gee, you checked them yourself. I see you.
That's just where they live. It is fine.
Thanks.
I have a party to go minstrel.
Okay, thanks for your help, Frickson. Savage.
Is this within view of us? Because you're making a
We're
big
all
event.
watching it now.
Yeah, no, he did. He rolled well over all your passive perception.
Okay.
Rude.
For stealth, so he specifically got these. Yeah, he kind of counters off.
Do we hear him cantering off?
No.
It's quiet street, Kevin.
He's a quiet satyr.
Oh, there's more than a sneaky snater.
Where did you learn it from?
You must call me sensei.
How much the quick kids think fuck with you?
Completely. I'm again not great at improv, especially when curveballs.
No, I think you're great.
Yeah.
I would definitely believed you guys had fucked in the past.
No.
I still believe that.
The characters are fucking great.
The past or the present?
The past and the present. The characters are who? What are we talking about? Blurred lives.
It's a party atmosphere, okay?
It is dark as you make your way through the suburbs. You're kind of coming along kind of the outside roads, never quite entering the top hills of the upper class where the palace is, and the agora is. Never going low enough in the middle to be near the stadium row. You were kind of skirting the city's borders, mostly from the docklands, reaching its eastern gate, which leads you across a bridge, crossing over one of the many inlets of the shore. And passing down the road only a short bit, brings you to the Metros Vineyards. And as you enter in, it is a vast field, row upon row of grapevines. And although there is no obvious signs of caretakers, the vines are thriving with fruit hanging heavy, with plant life surrounding the vineyard healthy, but nowhere near as green and lush as the actual vines themselves. And you do note, suspiciously quiet.
I would like to yell, Egan! I would like to do a perception check to see if there's anything untoward going on.
Absolutely. You yell even.
And I use thaumaturgy to make it even louder.
Of
course you do.
Yell out bellowing across these these wide open vineyards, and your voice just echoes out into the night sky.
Did I get anything on that 13 history check for Egan if he had any distinctive?
He was definitely just it's not so much that he had any distinctive jewelry, but he was a very distinctive fellow.
No distinctive objects on him at all.
Asking for
Objects.
to locate objects.
Like, if he was murdered and they found his body like 6 weeks later, how would they identify him?
No,
Completely hypothetical.
No, because
Like,
most people
because
you
I
met him
never-
was in the games. He wasn't
Right.
really equipped for anything. But as I said, he was a very distinctive fellow. Like, you would recognize. There's no way of missing. He is
Interesting
an
bone
old,
structure.
wiry centaur.
That was a 17.
17.
Clearly handsome.
Calandra,
Yes.
I'm just going to put a hand on her shoulder, and just in case, and you are surrounded by that scintillating light, as you are now covered in mage armor.
Oh, delightful. We're expecting problems then. That
Not
bodes
expecting,
well.
just preparing.
That makes sense.
Abuse.
I'm gonna point in a random direction and try and cast a message at Egan.
Nice.
Genius.
Does it work?
It's 120 feet range.
What's the direction?
You have to point in the direction the target is.
But we don't know.
In the direction the target is,
Mhm.
you get nothing back.
Not even a roll of luck.
Beast is gonna just appear out of the shadows beside Opa.
Oh Jesus, how do you do that?
It's the hood.
You learn this from the best.
Who said that?
Pythor is there.
Oh, hi, Pythor.
Pythor does exactly the same thing to you.
Oi.
Oh god.
You are
Family
familiar with your histories, correct?
I am.
You would probably be the best person to keep these items safe. Busem takes out his book of ship records and the miscellaneous pages.
I'm going to take the book off you and
Go.
store them safely in the same place I keep my spell book.
We will need to look over
Because
that
I'm not
area.
currently with my spell book.
Oh.
Are you taking a break?
No, I can cast spells, I just can't change them out. I've looked at the care of the library.
Some information on the
Ultras?
Ultras.
Oh, this is rather useful actually. We'll have a look through it later in that case.
And some things to help poor Nefel with his problem.
Which one?
The ship one.
Oh, my ship. I like to do quick perception, see if my ship's in the vineyard.
Wait, what?
Just in case. You never know.
What will not 20 give you?
Just in case.
Natural 20 would give you the answer that you can see everything around you and you're definitely certain that your ship
Ship's
isn't
not
here.
there.
21.
No.
You get a 5. Might be
Shocker.
there.
But
You-
God, if it had been there.
You are looking for your boat, and you are in a vineyard. There is simply no boat around.
Any animals?
You and Atlanta with Atlanta perception check. As I said, things are quiet, and knowing that a missing person is involved, as you kind of figure out, is suspiciously quiet for allegedly the largest vineyard in the greater Mitros area. You think even this time somebody will be tending to it, or even that there will be some amount of traffic, but no. But you two are kind of scanning the lines. Nefel looking for a boat in a vineyard. Atlanta just kind of looking for anything untoward. But the two of you are kind of walking down one stretch of the vines and hear, off in the distance, the light echoing. Is that a harp?
Atlanta, what your
What is Atlanta again?
what your nymph ears here?
It sounds like a harp.
The same thing, a distant harp.
That makes.
Harps
That's
have anything to
unusual.
do with
As they're considering this, Nefel's reaching out and just eating grapes off the vine.
Yep, they are exquisitely delicious.
Okay, I take a couple handfuls and fill my backpack.
See, I was going to ask if we do that, but thank you.
I wanted to see
Yeah.
if I knew if harps had anything to do with Etheria.
Hit me with a religion check.
Religion.
Oh shit.
Does anybody else hear that strange music?
Can I do some kind of intelligence check on this music?
That's 20, not natural.
Trying non-natural, not specifically, like not specifically toward Etheria. Obviously, most of the gods, and Etheria being a god of dreams that is typically worshipped through partying, can have musical inclinations, but like a harp specifically isn't like her instrument.
Okay.
Do we have to roll for perception to see if we heard that?
It's been pointed out to you, so.
Oh.
What are you looking for?
Is this some kind of music knowledge? Like, do I know this song? Do I...
Hit me!
With your best shot.
Hit me with a...
Could I talk to Callie about it and maybe give her advantage?
Yeah, I think actually, yes, you can help. I'm trying to think, I'm thinking a history check.
Okay.
It's definitely
put in
also
my
my motto.
earplugs.
Well,
I'm gonna put in my earplugs from when we dealt with those sirens before.
Oh,
Dirty 20.
good call.
So I'm now
Good
frightened.
you don't recognize the tune, but as you kind of hear and listen to it, even to you, Callie, so vain and so disregarding of all other performers,
What you mean?
even to your ears, the melody coming from this harp is beautiful.
It doesn't sound like a classic piece, do you know?
It sounds like it sounds like a fairly bawdy party tune.
Party.
Party.
Alright, let's go.
I
don't
the Headman is gonna grab Nefel by the scruff of the neck, be like, "Hang on,
Goose is gonna hide.
Sorry, I'm
behind.
so oily.
Pythor.
that-
Would you happen to recognize this, or have any inkling as to what could be making such music?"
No, I'm about as confused as the rest of you. I came here expecting to find casks of wine, not a sing-song.
I'm much better than this
Pat-
Odyssey, I'm just saying.
Uh,
It's good, but it's not that good.
No, we know. We all
Not
agree.
that.
Of course.
It's like one harp by itself. It's shit.
Could I maybe make some sort of history
What are
check?
you trying to prove?
Is that a beret?
Could I make some sort of history check to
Almost-
see
it's
if
basically a
so
beret.
I remember around who lives far back there?
I'm not even actually going to roll. It's a pretty isolated area, and the vineyards take up an expansive amount of land. They are huge. So it looks like you can only imagine that the only people living out here are the owners, the proprietors, and their staff.
Okay.
Seems to me that
Like, this is
everyone-
not a residential area.
Oh, okay.
No. Like
We're
this,
past the suburbs.
we're out, like as I said, you left the gate of Mitros
Oh.
and are now kind of on the outskirts, and this expansive amount of vineyard land is off on its own.
Countryside. Cool.
Egan must have left the party for the wine before Callie started playing. Got distracted by this party music over here. We just go. We tell him that you're playing on the sunflower. Then he'll be good. We'll take the wine. We'll go. We'll get out of here.
He probably
Perfect.
took Rich Boy's purse strings and ran for his own party.
Which, like, respect.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't
Of
blame
course.
him, to be honest.
Shall we?
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Atalanta too is going to put in her earplugs.
You head. So
So
both
Mr. Kennedy.
Atalanta and Opa are dead. You head forward. The song growing louder and louder. Following one of the paths through the vines, you suddenly find yourself in a wooded pass. You were in a vineyard. And suddenly you look. Trees. An awful light. And you suddenly find yourself passing between two marble statues.
Statues of what?
And find yourself of leering nymphs.
Hmm.
And find yourself in a foggy dell carpeted by dead leaves and wild rose bushes.
Can I make some kind of nymph history roll?
In the mist ahead, you hear the sound grow louder and louder, and as you look, you see a group. Heading the group, you find, enjoying the party. In the dell, for a start, the first thing that catches your eye is the large collection of wooded casks, arranged in various elaborate ways. Some used as seats, some used as tables, some erected in strange, almost anti-physical ways of statues. In the strangest way a barrel can, depicting lewd sexual acts.
Wait,
Huh?
Barrel.
How big are these statues if barrels are?
Well,
You find enjoying themselves a number of satyrs. A number of satyrs that you do not recognize. A dryad who seems to be enjoying himself. A wood nymph enjoying himself. A large water elemental flowing and vibing along with music. And in that same euphoria, you spot Egan. And atop a large throne made of the casks of this wine, you see another satyr, this one taller, this one about 6 foot, playing a very, again, all of you hear it now. This is
all of us.
And Atlanta, of course. Well, you could hear the scraps of it when you first noticed it. But all of you that can hear this beautiful harp playing this wondrous melody.
It's not awful.
With your history checks, actually, you both notice the harp. It is an elaborate and beautiful instrument. Callie, the two of you very quickly recognize it. The two of you very quickly recognize it. Callie, from simply being a bard of the arts and having a classical knowledge of music and its histories, and Jury, because this particular instrument was involved in a recent event in the temple. This is the harp you see before you is the boreal harp. One of what are called the four winds, a set of magical instruments designed. Just to check, actually, I believe. A set of 4 instruments long ago crafted by Vulcan for Kira that were safely housed in the temple up until not shortly before you all arrived. Throughout, just in kind of scraps, you had heard that they had gone missing. But this satyr sees you. You notice again, like, this is not, you are not in the vineyard. It is sunnier here. Kind of a nice, kind of glowing twilight. The satyr still playing his lovely harp. Come one, come all. Please join my party. We are having such fun here.
I grab Callie by the arm and I give her a look. It was like, this is.
Oh, you know that harp too?
Yeah, whatever this guy's is up to, it's no fucking good.
Do you remember what it does? I don't remember.
Let us think together. How smart are you, Callie, when we're remembering this?
If I was to put it on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd say a 3.
I would have a -1.
Right, I'll think really hard about it.
Yes, and I will try and help you remember.
Atalanta has grabbed Nafel's hand, stopping from moving anywhere
That started
without
out.
the group.
I was about to say that I was going to go start dancing, but that's good. That's good.
Now I can describe the shape of a harp. So if you want.
I can't play one, but
So can she make an history check to try and remember what it does?
yeah, or Arcana.
Feels like to be
He
like
knew an
that.
arcana.
Okay. Can I? He's helping me. Do I have advantage?
Yeah.
Bless you.
What is that? Oh, a 16 and a 17.
Plus 21.
They actually embossed it, which is an uncommon decorative, method for a harp. And most instruments actually, it fucks with the echo, you know.
Absolutely. Fucking instruments do I play again? Bouzouki.
All of
Great acoustics there. You got a hole in the middle.
them.
No, you don't. Not in the bouzouki.
No, you're thinking of the harp. Harp is all whole.
All hole.
Not much is actually said about kind of what the harps do. No, they're like for quite a while. Only Kira was the one that was actually kind of deigned to play them, and Kira never really specified, but that's not because she forgot to. Kira, but it is said that they have the ability to enhance performance.
Performance enhancing harp.
Big wink. No, they have like they can significantly enhance musical performance with them, and again, well, Kira never kind of specified what they did because her magical acts are
Magical
many
else.
encountered. They can also imbue certain powers to the wielder.
I'd really like that harp.
Does Callie say that so only jury can hear?
I really like this guy, not that.
Atalanta and Open definitely can't hear it. We're
That's
usually
very
what do you call it? Impulse control.
I feel like Atalanta like pulls Oba to the side and like tries to mouth like, "Let's go get Egan," and run in
The
some sort of
satyr
sign language.
sees you two kind of whisper to her, "Come, are we not all friends here now? Why are we keeping secrets?"
What's your name?
You don't have a name? I didn't give you a name for the main guy?
My name is Griffin, and how may I all speak? And who may I be talking to currently?
Oh, why we're
Just some people looking to party.
Well, you've come to the right place.
I myself am a bard. Can I try out your harp?
Oh, no, this is my precious harp.
actually she's kind of the best bard there is, so I bet.
I have no doubts to her talents, but this is very precious to me. I wouldn't have it in anybody else's hands.
And how did you get this harp?
Oh, one never kisses and tells.
Did you kiss the harp?
Mayhaps in a time.
You don't mind to tell. Got him.
Could I make like a history or insight check to see if I know any of the squad that's here? Any of the party goers? Or is it like a flat, or is there no chance?
I mean, make a perception check.
Perception.
This is where we meet all of Jerry's extended family.
9.
Dad?
No, none of them look anything familiar to you except for Egan.
Which I think Opa and Atalanta are currently walking towards.
Does that mean Atlanta's let go of Niffel's hand?
No, she is dragging the fell with her.
It's
Yeah.
cute.
I was holding your hand as well.
Well, I feel like they're kind of sauntering, kind of as you move through a
Egan
party.
spots the two of you pretty quickly and is like, "Ah, friends, come dance with me."
Atalanta nods to Opa to grab him because she's still hanging on to the fell.
I see that he's trying to dance with me. I am going to move in to try and make it look like I'm dancing with him, and then I'm going to dance him out of here.
Atalanta's gonna help, and she's
I'm
gonna
going to guide him.
she's gonna signal to the fell, so they're basically party dancing around him.
Oh, hell yeah! Nifel
Make
is so excited to get down.
Make a straight performance check.
Can we help? 'Cause
Can we
we're
help?
That's
dancing.
with help.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, just,
That's harder, friends.
while
That's
this is all
harder.
happening, Muse is getting an arrow
That's,
and tying a bit of rope
That's a 21.
around the arrow.
That's a 19 plus 2, 21.
Yes.
Come off, Grandma.
Wait, why has he got an arrow out?
In case shit breaks bad, I guess.
With a rope on
With
it.
some paper?
Even just
Well, I
to pull
mean,
him
if
back
someone were to
towards
fire the arrow
rest
at
of the party
the heart,
members.
Ah.
And it
Okay,
went in
you get him
between
back.
strings.
You do
There's
this.
a barbed arrow.
It could come
Pull
and
it
get-
back.
You get him it's pretty seamless. You
Why
kind
are
of
you
guide
trying to steal
him.
the harp? I know
dancing,
why we're
and
trying to steal the harp.
He's
Right,
the
what
sticky
if it's like
fingers.
the harp has something to do with all the weird shit that's happening.
You do guide him kind of back towards, but as you round the side and look back, behind you is not the vineyard.
Oh no.
Behind you is the line of trees surrounding this rosy dell. Sorry, Persephone, what are you doing with an arrow?
He's tying a bit of rope around an arrow, a barbed arrow.
Okay,
And
Persephone,
ready.
look at your inventory. Do you have a barbed arrow?
Oh fuck you. Regular arrows. What do they look like, Kev?
Okay. Pointy, just making sure.
What do they look like?
Hey, I'm not the one saying that my arrow's got a bunch of spikes on it.
It's got a standard arrow.
It's got a spike on it.
Okay, oh sorry, you're telling me it's vodka arrow?
Sure. Listen, I'm not about to start if you were asking for an arrow with extra spikes.
It's just a standard spikes.
Okay, that's a normal arrow. Fine. Rope check
Okay,
it out.
okay, he's just gonna crack open another fucking arrow, stick it along the side of it, so it makes a weird fucking cross.
What are you doing?
He's tying two arrows together like a dickhead is what he's doing.
It's gonna be very difficult to shoot him. I'm not gonna lie to you. What are you doing with this arrow in this rope?
He's fucking just preparing it, Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Okay, I thought you were
God,
attaching
bam.
something to a rope. Sorry.
Get the arrow!
Evilest anywhere.
Fine.
I'm taking out one of my just the one, just like as one would do on the train where they take out one headphone when someone tries to say something to them, and so they can just put it back in if needed. And I'm going to turn towards your one, the big boy, and I'm just gonna be like, sorry, where is the exit? We kind of walked in here slightly accidentally. We were looking for a friend of ours, and he had been gone for a bit, and we found him,
Oh, well, if you found him, then you have found the place to be.
I'm the place to be.
And you are here.
Oh shit.
Well, I'm
So,
afraid
got a
that
point.
we have other places to be.
And why would you be anywhere else? We're having such a wonderful time.
Your fucking games are tomorrow. Do you live under a rock? What the fuck is the problem?
And where are we?
We are in my glade.
And it's quite
Where
lovely.
is your glade?
Somewhere between pleasure and enjoyment.
You speak like my colleagues. Okay.
Us?
Wait. Or like
I'm tired.
college colleagues.
And I have had a long day. And I got in a fight earlier on. And I'm still not totally recovered.
Hold on, Opa.
We'll deal with this later. I'd like to go home. And I need to take our good friend here. Well, our mutual friend with me. Because he has obligations that he has to fulfill. To another mutual friend.
Well, you are welcome to go. Dear Egan there has no wish to go.
Atalanta's gonna boof him across the head. Egan.
Egan, you boof him.
Is it moved?
It's like, no. Well, Griffin's like, oh, no, this is no place for violence now.
And then she's gonna pat
Yeah,
him,
but-
like a friendly pat
But
on
Egan-
top.
But you see, Egan kind of just takes it and is like, and is still kind of smiling and looks at you, Opa, and is like, no, I want to be here.
Do you remember why you left?
To come and have a wonderful time.
So that's a no, then, in that case. Egan, how long have you been here?
His eyes kind of vacantly just kind of roll around for a second.
Right, well, he's not in his right mind.
Oh, I think he is perfectly.
Did he consent
It
to
is
be
mine.
here?
Yeah, Nefel would like to roll a is this consensual roll.
I'd like to check.
I'm gonna
if
say
he's
that's,
casting magic with that harp. Literally right now.
What are you looking for?
Basically just seeing what's going on with Egan. Is he okay?
What's his deal? Like, kind of
What's going
what's
on?
like, Daria, do you want to make a perception? Callie, I think you're looking for an arcana.
Can I do a perception check on the other guests?
Mhm.
Party to see if they're what their deal is, I guess.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It looks like all he can think about is party.
11.
You are. It's hard to kind of say because you are actually to kind of like focus in on it. You are getting an intense, just arcane feeling all around. There is magic everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to narrow down that's coming from the heart, but there is certainly magic all around you.
Egan likes to party all the time.
I got a 13 on the guest check.
They are all just entranced with the music.
Oh no.
Nefel is gonna start taking off some of his 300 feet of rope and tie it up like a cowboy and start like dancing with it like he's like doing the cowboy thing where you just spin your thing around, and then he's gonna try and get Egan in it.
Slow down.
No problem. No problem.
For the rope.
18!
Lassos are not easy. You miss.
When 18?
18.
It's okay, it's part of the dance, I keep trying it. You can keep going, I'll keep rolling until I get it.
Yeah, I think Egan just standing there. Come on!
I'm going to walk up to Atalanta, and I'm going to indicate to her to take out her...
Just take out one.
Take out one. I might have a problem in which it would appear that the people here are very deeply charming.
I had noticed. We need to leave.
I agree, but just in case things should break particularly bad, just a bit of protection for you. And I'm going to cast protection from evil and good on Atalanta.
Thank you.
I'm gonna cast a spell magic on the harp.
Oh, yeah. How does it spell magic work?
That's a really good question.
That's a really good question.
I rolled a 19, is that high enough?
If it is a spell of the spell's level, which is 3rd level, I believe,
Nice to have.
or 3rd level or lower, it automatically dispels the effect. If it is an
Fair
effect higher than that, you need to make an
I need to make an ability check.
check using your spellcasting modifier against it.
DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Yeah.
On a successful check, the spell ends. It is choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
And I believe that harp is an object.
It is an object.
And the fell got nat 20 on the lasso.
She went about 10 times, I think.
Phil has been standing here just throwing a rope. Just again and again.
Trying to lasso it, yeah.
You fucking get him.
Do I get with a nat 20?
We'll come back to you.
That's
Because
no.
you were throwing the rope how many times before you hit?
Like 10.
Yeah, so like how many times did it
Maybe
take?
more.
Yeah, so it's gonna take a while.
Well, now. Come on now.
Can I
Second
describe
reach.
what Goose has made?
Hang on. So sorry, what happens if it's on an item?
If it's a higher level spell than 3rd level, then I have to make an ability check.
You cast it at the harp. There, you immediately get the sense that this isn't actually coming from the harp. The harp is being used as a focus. But what he is doing is not a spell.
Oh no.
And he sees you just throw this magic at the harp. And at that moment, you throw it and tie Egan up.
It's all part of a dance. I start doing the.
At that moment, Egan is now tied up and is surprised, and just then, bam, dispel magic at the harp. You see, he stops. Everyone goes still.
See, that's
Yeah.
suspicious now. That's suspicious. What
What is
just happened
suspicious is attacking us when we are having such fun.
No,
You
I don't
shouldn't
attack.
have invited outsiders into this party. You will be purged.
Sorry.
We are going to end our session there.
Oh, this is how we die.
Remember that thought till next week.
I can
If you
interrupt
have
you
to
now.
say
Well, I
like,
said,
you're
okay,
having
what was he
fun
doing?
that many times, you're maybe not having fun.
So if you're gonna give me shit about the goddamn arrowhead, fine.
Oh no.
Buse has broken up another arrow, got the two shorter ends, tied it around around the initial arrow, made it like a weird looking cross. Okay.
Okay.
With the rope tied around
Okay.
it. So, should he fire it through the fucking harp strings and just turn it, he's just gonna yank the harp.
We're still recording, yeah?
We're still recording.
Okay, I'm gonna hang on to that. We're gonna resolve that next.
Thank you very much for listening, if indeed you still are. I love you very much. I hope you have a wonderful evening, night, weekend, whenever. Yeah, take it away.
If you like making love at
Like
midnight,
a worn-out recording of a favorite song,
Oh, it's you.
where we'll plan our escape
In a
with all the